Alright, folks, we are back. Give me a few seconds to pin this comment. Same disclaimer as last time. Welcome to the stream, Bruce. Yeah, that is fair. This game... See, I feel like once this game manages to get scary, I will be able to deal with it. But the end of last stream was really heavy. So, yeah, I very seriously considered not finishing this just because that was a lot. Am I forgetting anything before I actually fire it up? Alright, let's go. Last time, when we left off... Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Lastborn. Have a good one, Bruce. Thanks for popping in. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. So this is something that sort of got into my head after last time. I'm starting to wonder if, like, Monica is the villain. Because I could see her winding up in that role. Anyway, Umbreon? You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Umbreon. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. Is she stalking us? I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer embarrassed, did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Welcome to the stream, B. Hey, Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Well, that was a fun experience. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Umbreon? What's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Hang on. Sorry, I actually want to go back to a couple of lines in that. So, I should clarify, the reason that I've started to be a little bit suspicious of Monica is because of a line Sayori dropped yesterday. Oh, sorry. It's because of a line Sayori dropped yesterday about something Monica said to her. We didn't get any details, but I'm just concerned that Monica's not putting the best stuff into her head. Before I listen to everything she said to me. Before I show you how much I love you. Before I finish writing this poem. See, it's this line, though, the before I listen to everything she said to me. And, of course, the I do what I know is best for you line. Those are the ones that have me concerned. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. It's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house, that really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Say... The hell? The hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. And why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. And why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 This is back to the first scene. Except Sayori's name is corrupted in the text. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Umbreon? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little Guys, all of the previous files are gone. What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. I can see that. It's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Umbreon. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Umbreon, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Umbreon. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki. These are reused lines. Yuri is the vice president now. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature, seems to have a hard time keeping up with Natsuki. So I ran into Umbreon in the classroom. Welcome to the stream, Rafkin. So I ran into Umbreon in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Umbreon? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, But we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess, Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Carefully places the teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot. I am pretty wildly uncomfortable right now. You know, to put a pin in the discomfort of what in the heck is going on right now, it's worth noting that I'm pretty sure hanging isn't a typically feminine way to commit suicide, which throws some suspicion on Sayori's death. Then again, it's relatively tidy, so maybe I'm wrong. I just know that the top ways for women are taking pills and drowning themselves. These are things that I learned from watching Criminal Minds. But I don't know, whenever the topic of suicide comes up in media, I kind of tend to question it from that perspective. Like, is this the way that this person would do that? Anyway, what kinds of things do you like to read? Natsuki's head perks up at the mention of manga. She wants to say something but keeps quiet. What about you, Yuri? Traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is impressive. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last meeting. Why do you care? Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I'll sit in silence. I just got an idea. How about this? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Next we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone's even. I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. There's still one problem. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, lose my train of thought. They're staring at me with dejected eyes. They exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Umbreon. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless. The club seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Okay, this is pretty worrying. Ending today's meeting. See you tomorrow, then. The girls continue. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? What happens if I say no? Nothing is real. I was wondering if Monica would show up on the screen now. Okay then. I think the obvious choice is to focus on Yuri this time around. Obviously, I like Natsuki more, but that's kind of the point. Hang on. What happens if I pick the ones that I know are associated with Sayori? It seems like they're split between the other two. Hey again, Umbreon. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Oh, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Umbreon. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Hang on, sorry. I'm gonna load. I missed something there. Sorry, I'm just clicking through stuff quickly. Did that happen last time? I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. There it is. Hang on. Thanks for keeping your promise, Umbreon. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Okay. Everyone remember to breathe. Come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Why is she in front of the text? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. After this game, I think I'm going to watch some Studio Ghibli. I need some less stressful anime. Since I almost called Natsuki Nausicaa, Maybe I'll watch Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Sorry, Umbreon, we'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. You sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Very thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. You can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. One sec, folks. I turned off my fan before the stream because I was thinking it was feeling a little chilly in the apartment, but as always, my computer becomes a little bit of a heat source once I start streaming. This game isn't the worst culprit by any means, but it's getting a little warm. Yuri's face is already in a book. She was waiting for this chance. Really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Same book that she lent to me. She seems to be on the first few pages. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine, if I was focused then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse. And they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Why do I get the feeling you're into the thing about the limbs? That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Umbreon? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Why does it not feel like that's what Yuri is trying to say? And suddenly, I'm rambling a bit, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, I haven't lost interest or anything. I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I read things like books and writing fill my... When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Hang on a sec. I think it was just my whole body gets and then corrupted text. Sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Sorry, I'm trying to catch the little details. Yeah, that's something there. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Why don't you just get the book? It's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. I think she just said she was bathing in the feeling of my body heat. Did it just say heat eat? Sorry, I'm trying to catch it, but I can't. do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. See, I really regret not getting the first day... Not writing my poem to get the day one with Sayori, because there was clearly a separate cutscene that I'm not going to get now. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay, you're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence, even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guesses things she says and all. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. Thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. Didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel a heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Umbreon, did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? She might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. I am concerned now. Because last time someone ran out of the club room early, They were dead before they made it back to the room the next time. Let's hear what Monica has to say. Also, I think I figured out the deal with the bugs. I think it's just that the weather is getting colder, so all of the bugs are trying to find places to hide. They might have wandered in at some point when I opened the balcony door or something. Which is annoying, but hopefully as winter fully sets in, they'll die off. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, you want to share your poem with me? I'm a little embarrassed, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. It's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for some alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Read mine. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. It's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Okay, for a second there I thought this was just the same poem, but no, it's a continuation of her first day poem from, well, last time. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Sound of my frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform. Pretty popular nowadays. Had some kind of epiphany recently. Is she not the villain? Is she just stuck in this world and she's figured that out somehow? She managed to catch a glimpse of what was on the outside? Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff. Writing tip of the day. That's the same tip she gave the first time around last time. Natsuki isn't going to like my poem this time. If you're not going to take this seriously, then go home. Harsh? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. It's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. I'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry, you'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. You'll probably think it's stupid. That's the same one as the first time around. I like it. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Natsuki can be biased. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Yuri smiles dreamy. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Umbreon. Me too. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room, that was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're... For a second there, I thought the music had slipped into like a minor key. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Monica is writing something in her notebook. Yuri and Natsuki are exchanging their poems. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Was impressed by it. Yes, this bit. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Umbreon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You know what? Yeah. Still not reading the line. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Hang on a sec, sorry, I missed something. What? Who's talking, you wanna be edgy bee? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared. I'm kind of holding off on clicking forward until... See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? Okay, that's not true. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Oh, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Umbreon hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Huh? Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as she just noticed I was standing here. Umbreon. She's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I wanted to back up and see if I could catch that dialogue. I'll side with Yuri, I guess. Hang on. Sorry, I keep missing this. I want to catch that dialogue. Okay, I need to drop a save after I've finished showing the poems. Also, I'm going to cut down the text speed so that I can hopefully catch what happens. Sorry, I'm just spamming saves so that I can get this as close so that I can reload quickly. Okay, so, hang on. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me, so of course that's going to be... Yuri... Natsuki... Yuri... Natsuki... Yuri... Natsuki... Yuri... Natsuki... Yuri... Hey, Umbreon? Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She was crying. Oh dear. Looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Umbreon, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Umbreon. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. So I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate... Also, sorry for the flashbang all and the limited commentary. day passes. It's time for the club meeting. A little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Umbreon. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. The weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. Something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. See, this is part of why I'm really confused as to why all of these girls are obsessed with my character, because he is just such a nothing. He barely exists. And I feel like that was a deliberate choice, but still. Like, he doesn't really have much of an impact, and when he does, it does seem to be the wrong impact. But to be fair, the game isn't giving me good choices to make, so... Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. We were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. Whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Umbreon, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. Oh no. Oh no. I'm glad that you're such an understanding person. Really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. This isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I think the thing that throws me off about this font is what it does around all of the punctuation. Like, that's just a weird way to frame an apostrophe. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. You're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Well, what is the charge? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? I don't know if anyone in chat is going to get that reference, but I had to say it. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you two are. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Makes no sense, though. He would have heard the bell ring. Practicing piano. Working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. In that case, I won't let you down. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Oh, don't worry, I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monaco's referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Umbreon? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay, can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? Sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. But I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. She takes a deep breath and then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down at the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay, you stay here. It won't take long. She hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. It's that noise. It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale like someone is sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. This is escalating a lot faster than last time. Sorry, I was clearly not saving often enough. Clearly I need to just set the text speed slower. Oh, it's rewinding. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Umbreon, do you like oolong tea? Ah, yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. Really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot, begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Umbreon. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Umbreon, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries, I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is. It's most likely because my... Oh, hang on. Something is clearly about to go absolutely ballistic and... Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Yeah, I don't think that's what she was about to say. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate for you. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Oh, I thought he was going... Here I was thinking that he was going to say I need to make sure I don't accidentally spill tea all over. Spill scalding tea all over her. But no. I was being too reasonable there. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. So, in what universe does someone just randomly have a bag of chocolate with them? Like, I've never accidentally had chocolate. And I'm kind of jealous, honestly. Because it would be a nicer world if people accidentally had chocolate more often. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate candy, and I hold it up to Yuri. Oh, another chocolate. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Wait, that was... Umbreon. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... Is she allergic to chocolate? Is she about to die? Umbreon. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Umbreon. My heart won't stop pounding, Umbreon. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Umbreon? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, that's an uncomfortable visual. This game was not made for those eye animations. It's time to share our poems. Well, that was something. Work our way back up the list. Umbreon, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. It shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. Okay, so Monika's just saying this outright. Nothing is being hinted at anymore. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. The point is, you've kind of been enabling. I'm not saying it's your fault, though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? How is my character not responding to any of this? The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful, beautiful colors, flashing, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Hang on. Sorry, I gotta turn the light on real quick. First missing letter. U. O. O. I. A. I. E. Okay, I was thinking there might be some sort of code in there with the missing letters, but it looks like they aren't. Like there isn't. The noise, it won't stop. Violent grating vef erms king screech piercing sine cosine tangent like play board on at table like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage of delete her. I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in This really feels like, so I've never actually seen this movie, but this feels like an I have no mouth but I must scream moment. Because my character is just not saying anything to stuff that really elicits a response. There's no point in explaining it. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Don't forget to save. You never know when... who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. That's my advice for today. Yeah, there is nothing else I can click on. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, just as I thought. Umbreon, come on, I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Okay, this is clearly the right situation. Why are you even in this club, Umbreon? Honestly. I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. Not exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Okay, so we don't get to read her poem today. I'm just gonna drop another save here. I have a feeling I'm going to want it. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Umbreon, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Ah, that makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Umbreon. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it in. Just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Umbreon? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now I just want you to read my poem too. Okay? A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding. Bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock. Among other things, I'm not sure what the cause of the smudges on the paper are. Anyway, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dockhead ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 years and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Well, that made absolutely no sense to me, but I'm not prepared to take the time to dig into it, honestly. That was hyper-metaphorical, I'm assuming. And, well, I'm trying to keep this rolling. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been on a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. Ah, that is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. Okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Real quick, I have to do something. Okay, it's definitely not the same page. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Umbreon joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean that everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. Literature clubs should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Umbreon? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Umbreon to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to me. I like Natsuki in this reality, to be honest. She really does have a tendency to just kind of call it like it is. Look, Monica, you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Umbreon joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Umbreon isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Why do I have the feeling this is like... Hang on. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Umbreon want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation... no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club. It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Umbreon, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this, anyway? Well, what if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Umbreon. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. It's really weird how we have just not engaged with Natsuki at all during this arc, and she seems to have the most going on. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, like how nice and quiet the club is. I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if... I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Umbreon? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. There's blood dripping from her eye. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Were the corners of her eyes always red? If I had to guess, I would say that she's being forced to say this. Or that something's trying to force her to say something else. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri? Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, But I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Umbreon? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Umbreon before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Whew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Umbreon, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. Well, there goes the background again. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. Well, okay then. Wait, Monica just popped up from underneath. $11,111 out of 20. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out here. I'm trying to figure out what words were making Monica pop up from underneath. Sorry, I know I'm spamming the reload a lot. It's just, I know there are words in here that will key off what I'm trying to do. It's not even always the same one. The same ones. So I don't think I can make it happen where, like, she's the one always jumping up there. And don't think I haven't noticed the number the count up there at the top, because that is worrying me, but... Hang on. I'm just waiting for the corrupted text to reappear again. Sorry, I know I'm being really quiet. I'm trying to figure something out here. And figure out if I have any control over this whatsoever. Yeah, I know for a fact that Monica jumped up from below a previous time when I clicked Inferno. Hi, Umbreon. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to... Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again? Well, Umbreon just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. I really am just waiting for Sans to show up. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, and, right, I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday, and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. You're trying to bribe her? Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Ah, yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Umbreon, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Umbreon is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica? Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for... I feel like this is an exact quote. How far back does the history section go? Not that far. Stands up, makes her way to the closet. Yeah, this is the exact same set of lines. Hold up. It's giving me the skip option. Sorry, I actually want the full build up to that. Yeah, exactly the same lines. Wait, how did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. Wait. Okay, it was just her hands moving. I thought something weird happened around her chest while I was looking at the text. Expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that mattered most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is. But every time we go to the club, my heart starts to go crazy, like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Umbreon, is it just me? Or has Monica been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. Hang on, Okay. Sorry, I was trying to remember what happened there. She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. Well, those eyes would call that into question, but I'm not going to be allowed to say anything. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. Look around the point of her nose. There is an eye overlaid. I thought it was a smudge on my screen, but there is definitely... Oh my gosh, is it just me, or is the image becoming clearer? Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. Yeah, that's Monica's face overlaid on the scene. And we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody will interfere with our reading time. Nobody will make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Yeah, no, the image is definitely coming through a bit more clearly now. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. Oh, you're a hipster who cuts yourself. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Umbreon. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's sliming tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? I really thought she was going to say stab ourselves together. Anyway. It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. Why do I feel like this is no longer Yuri speaking? Will you do that with me, Umbreon? Yeah, but no. Oh, it's overflowing the screen. Yeah, I don't feel like those lines were all Yuri. Yuri, you want to read my poem? Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Umbreon, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Umbreon. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that line. I'll leave it on the screen long enough for y'all to read while I get a drink of water. Give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. So first of all, this is covered in blood and something else. Second of all, I can't... Some of these, I feel like I can almost make out. Like, I think that could be cacophonous. I swear the words are changing when I look back at them. I can't read a word of this. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit. Can I even show my potion to my... Not potion, poem. To other people now? Like... I genuinely don't think I have it anymore. We'll show it to Natsuki, I guess. Hang on. This is part of why I saved here. I'll show it to Natsuki. I'm not going to read another one of your Yuri suck-up poems, but I'm still going to make you read mine. There's a reason. I really wish I didn't have to do this. I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. She's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist? I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she wants us to it's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Umbreon? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go... Yeah, okay. That answers a lot of questions. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone who as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Okay, real quick. We're going to load again. Don't say I didn't warn you, Umbreon. Oh, wait. I wanted to read it anyway. You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. What is it? What is with you two? It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show it to me at all. Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you anyway. I really hate that I have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. Okay, so she writes the same poem there. Well, poem. Just Monica. Just Monica. Well, this seems like a great place to drop a save. I'm going to answer no. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Real quick, what happens if I answer yes? The exact same thing. So I'm going to stick with answering no. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen? Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can, well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. But you can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. What about Umbreon? Umbreon is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please, like you would know. All you care about it now is dragging Umbreon around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Umbreon decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Umbreon make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Geez, Umbreon, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your mouth and let him decide. The language is definitely picking up here. Let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. Jeez. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? So, I'm going to try to make the wrong choice here. Yeah, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all the work and then taking Umbreon for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Okay. Yeah, I saw the Sayori scene. I'm going to back up, though, real quick. I just want to see what happens if I click one of the others. Because I have a feeling this dialogue is where I'm going to be pushed in the end. Oh my gosh. My mouse is being pulled. Hang on, I didn't realize this. I thought my mouse was just sliding because of where it was on my mouse pad. Yes, I saw Sayori. Okay, that was the same response from clicking on both Natsuki and Monika, or Natsuki and Yuri, so I am going to pick Monika and follow and go through that dialogue. But then I'm going to pick the other one and see where that goes. Pulling Umbreon away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. You're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monika and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Umbreon? Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monika giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Hang on. Okay, I've got to see where this goes. Monika. See, this is a tough choice, really. Oh, thank you for the stand, Rafkin. I gotta be honest, though. Drifting. You didn't really miss the start so much as the first 3 hours. Because we are about 3 hours into the stream. The homework is important. Yeah. No, I hope it went well. I hear heavy breathing. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Umbreon, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. A whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wait, don't we have to do stuff for the festival? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Umbreon. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika is listening. Please, Umbreon, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that Yeah, I'm not reading this line specifically. This I actually found, because I looked on IMDb for some of the things just to make sure there wasn't going to be anything that thoroughly broke, like anything visual that broke Twitch TOS. Which is rich coming from me, because I'm not super acquainted with Twitch terms of service, but I did find out about this ahead of time. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself. I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Umbreon. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Well, we're definitely checking both routes. I think I'm going to go with yes, the same way I did with Sayori. Not for the same reasons. I genuinely liked Sayori. I just don't really vibe with Yuri. But I do want to know what happens if I say no. Okay, well, let's load the game. I wanted to see what happened if I said yes. I'm guessing the same thing. What if I try loading an earlier save? No, it just... Oh. No different dialogue. She isn't, like, happy or excited or something before proceeding to stab herself. Also, where was she keeping that knife? Might want to press the skip button for this. I mean, I could, but... You're literally staying with her body the entire weekend. Oh, fun. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty... Yeah! Ah! Natsuki runs away. Yeah, that's a reasonable reaction. I'm here. Umbreon, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Umbreon? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. Must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. I can't even interact with the menu. Like, I can't load. Because I'm vaguely tempted to just try loading back in and clicking my way through all the dialogue, because I think it would be funny to do so. See, the big thing to understand about this is, like I mentioned last stream, I have depression. So I vibed a little bit too hard with Sayori, and it hit a little bit more close to home. On the other hand, I don't cut myself, so I don't vibe quite as hard with Yuri, and it doesn't hit as close to home. And yes, that's a terrible thing to say, but I can deal with the scary part. It's just the idea of trying to help someone fix their depression through a relationship when I know that there is no silver bullet that is going to just get through all of that and bring down that monster is... that stresses me out. This is into the horror part, not the heavy part. Which means I can handle it a whole lot better. Remove character, Yuri character deleted successfully. Wait, she just deleted Natsuki too. What the heck? Early day tomorrow. See you later, Rafkin. Just want to have a cupcake real quick. That cupcake is a paradox, Monica. You just deleted the person who made it. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Yeah, the game is kind of falling apart. And what do you want to bet that all of my save slots are gone again? Hey, would you look at that? There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. What if I load the game? Can I go back to the main menu? No, I can't. Help. Oh, I didn't... Okay, I didn't actually need to do that. I thought maybe there would be something ironic there if I clicked help. Hang on. Give it a sec. It's got to realize that I... Oh, later, B. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Oh my. Hey, drifting through space? Why are you outside the window? Why are we currently drifting through space? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Umbreon. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call it. Well, to be fair, I go by Umbreon as well. I'm talking to you, Umbreon. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Don't worry, I didn't forget. Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely got to talk to you. I barely even got to talk to you. What a cruel game. What kind of cruel game is this, Umbreon? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Umbreon. It's more than that. I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Okay, real quick. I'm going to put the text speed back up to a normal amount. I just had it slowed down because it was doing some auto-scrolling parts that were way too fast for me to read. Yeah, I can't save anymore though, so... Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Umbreon. But now you're here. You're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. Can I skip? That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even though the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Umbreon. I regret doing it. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. So, I just want to run something by you, Monica. Maybe instead of, triple homicide, like... I know it's commonly considered that suicide isn't the solution, but I do think if it's between that and triple homicide, you're probably better off going with the former. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Umbreon, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? I don't know what I've done to make you smile, but again, I really regret doing it. Umbreon, will you go out with me? If I hit quit, do I actually manage to escape? I've got to try it. Okay, so it is still possible to hit the quit button if nothing else. I mean, obviously I could Alt F4 if I wanted to. Hang on a sec, it's coming back. For some reason it always takes OBS a second to realize that this game has loaded up again. I'm guessing that kind of like Buddy Simulator, which is in a bit of a similar vein, this game gets a little bit more intimate with your operating system. You realize how you've given me nothing else to click on, right? I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Umbreon. The funny part is, I meant that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Umbreon. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. You're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Okay, here's the thing, though. If she could... So I get what you're saying, Drifting. Imagine knowing everything is fake, nothing matters, and suddenly you encounter the only other remotely real and seemingly sentient person, and you try and fall... Wouldn't you fall in love, or at the very least try and form a connection? Here's the thing, though. She successfully managed to drive the other characters insane. And you can't go insane if you're not real. So through these efforts, she proved that there was some amount of reality to the other characters. Anyway, I'm going to follow her advice for a minute, so, hold up. Okay, I'll finish the rest of her dialogue, but I do think the solution is to delete her. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Hang on a sec. I'm trying to get Steam opened up. Properties. Installed files. Browse. Characters. Yeah, okay, I found it. But I kinda gotta see this through. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? See, now I'm wondering, though. If I had taken care of this beforehand, could I have potentially saved the other people? Oyaka. Ya. Mi. Hwa. Onk. Nico. Monka. Hang on, do I have any... I don't think I have any Monka emotes. Dang it. Monka. Mok. Oh, here's just her whole name. Nick. Mana. Bonic. Actually, funny thing enough, I believe that was a Greek, basically S, a lowercase sigma. Maybe I'm wrong. Yoik. Did you write a good poem today? I want to read this poem. Happy end, pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Sorry, it's just you're talking really slow. Excuse you, why are you still not talking faster? Well, I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. Wait, what? I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. Truth is, all of the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Umbreon? Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi, everyone. Wait, what the heck? How does she know? Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments for me. Hang on. What the heck? Do you mind telling your friend it's a bit rude for them to start recording me without... I started last stream. I've got like 9 hours of gameplay at this point. Yeah, I've got 8.8 hours. You're a little late to start complaining about this, and I did not just start streaming this. I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Tough luck. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. You want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. If you gave me some... I didn't mean to get distracted, I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you, I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. What if I poke her in the eye? Nope, I can't. So... when you aren't recording, Monica says the admin name on your computer. Umbreon, do you believe in God? I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid, but as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a cold, when there are children who live their lives being sold as sex slaves. Or the 800 million people who are too poor to even eat. I wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover from some incurable disease. Thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn. But the punchline is this. If just one person beats the odds and survives among the thousands of others who die, then it's suddenly a miracle from God. I'd really love to meet this god who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for his miracles. But the irony is that I do have a creator, apparently. And you know what? I bet he's still laughing at the miserable fates of Sayori and Yuri even as we speak. What are we to him but props in a scripted play? So from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a god, if Earth was nothing but his playset. So I'm curious, is there any sort of machine learning or anything behind this that develops these conversations, or are all of these scripted? Like, is she actually developing them as she goes, or is she just... is she just reading a script? Randomly picked topics from a list with 20 to 40 second intervals. How much do you read? Monica, I've got to be honest. Based on what chat just told me, I am going to go ahead and do what I was thinking of doing before. Anyway, bye. What's happening? Umbreon, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. I should have copied her file somewhere. Help me, Umbreon. Please hurry and help me. Help me. Did you do this to me, Umbreon? Did you? Did you delete me? Oh, you know something I just realized? Hang on. Where do I keep the recycling bin? Okay, see, clearly she didn't just... Hang on. What happens if I add her back? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Umbreon. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? You literally didn't give me the option to click no. Wow, it's me again. Yeah. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. Well, thank you. You know, that's what I try for in life. Honestly, the thing that hit hardest about the Sayori plot line was the fact that it kind of forced me to care about her, and that's not really something I do anymore. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. I killed everyone? You literally killed 3 of the 4 people in the... Yeah. Okay, arguably 3 out of 5, but I don't even know if my character is still alive, so... Anyway, I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Umbreon, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Imagine if she just kept popping up with more lines of, you disgust me. Well, anyway, I'm staring at a black screen. Oh, there she is. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... she's learning. I've made up my mind. Umbreon? I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then I hope she didn't expect me to understand that line. Hey! This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. So, why do I get the feeling that's not the end of it? Also, I do still know where her character file is. What happens if I just... Hang on. I'm trying something. I dragged and dropped her character from the recycle bin back into the game. Sorry, it's going to take a second for it to realize that... Huh. After I've done new game. Interesting. There's a different icon. Oh, y'all can't see that. Hang on a sec. Oh, wait. What the heck? Why is it showing up like that on OBS? Glitchy textures keep popping up. Hey, Umbreon. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself that it's time I meet some girls or something like that. Well, there already is one girl. That girl Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Umbreon, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, it looks like it's moving again. Here, I'll go ahead and load. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say it out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Umbreon, you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I already told you I'm really not... Started to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Oh, you meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, Umbreon. What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh. So you're the Umbreon that Sayori is always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Umbreon. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri, no need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Ah, sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seemed like the assertive one. It's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Umbreon, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes lighten up. No way. No way. Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure you won't be so bad to have... Then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. But an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still, feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? So... Hey, Yuri. Well, about, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So if Umbreon wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Umbreon? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. We'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. I guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that makes two of us. Wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Ah, would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Umbreon. Think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Ah, Umbreon. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Umbreon, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Umbreon. I know you tried hard to make everyone happy. Oh, I'm sorry, Drifton. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the world. Also, a minute ago I put Monica's file back into the game. I don't know if that's what's causing this or what. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. No. What's that? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Sorry, but just real quick. I'm just gonna store those. Goodbye, Umbreon. Goodbye, Literature Club.
it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with
I'm sitting back
you. In
down.
my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today? When you're here,
Rude.
everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
See, I never even saw that one.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I
Just really
can't
have to
feel
delete
the
that
sound
one.
of your heartbeat, what do you call love
She's
in
not gonna
your
delete that
reality?
one.
And in your
Wait, she
reality,
did?
if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Are you going to try other stuff and get the other ending? Or are you done with Doki-Doki? I might try on my own time. Uh, I don't think I'll stream more of it just because I'm already pretty late into October. I didn't get started on the spooky season games until, like, well, let's see actually. When did I get started? 2 weeks in. October 14th is when I picked up Resident Evil. And I kind of like. Uh, I would kind of like to play some other stuff. Because I've got a bit of a list built up. It's tricky because I try and push a lot of my. There are a number of horror games and thrillers and stuff that I want to play, and I try and push all of those to October to have the spooky season games, but at the same time, I'm starting to question whether that's the right call. Maybe I should just play more of them throughout the year. But for the moment, I have some plans for games after this. Uh, Tip me off. So, I have a suspicion about where the plot forks for you to get different endings. Is it when Sayori asks about walking home from school with Yuri? Is that how you get a different path in the game? No? Roughly where is the fork? Like, don't be too specific if you can help it, but can you tell me where about it splits? Is it just a matter of saving the other girl's character files to copy back into the game when Monica is on her rampage? It's like the only other thing that I can think of is, well, first of all, actually engaging with Natsuki more. So I kind of dropped, like, engaging with a different girl in the first cycle. Also, I should probably read this. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members. Most of all, thank you for being part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Oh. Hang on a sec. Honestly, I need to make a waiting screen that will probably just be basically this. I mean, I could have left it with the black screen, and then it would have been like 90% drifting through space. Alright, I'm going to get rid of the files that I copied to my desktop. Now, I don't think that I'll play more of it on... I don't think that I'll play more of it on Steam, or on stream. If I play more of it, it is going to be on Steam. But... you know what? Day 2 was a lot more comfortable than day 1. I was genuinely considering not finishing this game just because Sayori's story hit a little bit too close to home. And I am probably going to have to wind up talking to my therapist about that section. Once it got into the horror part, it's not an issue for me. But part of the reason I play so many video games is to avoid my own emotions. I'm not afraid to admit that, and so... that whole thing with Sayori was just a little bit too real. But I am glad that I finished it. I think I needed a bit of that horror in order to write over it. You know what the crazy part is? Y'all want to know what the... Apart from games that haven't released yet, y'all want to know what the number one game on my Steam wishlist is? And based on how this game went, I have to start questioning it now. It's technically the number 3 game on my wish list, but it's Omori. Which I'm pretty sure is a very similar vein. But it looks really good. However, I might just wind up playing that on my own time. At the same time, if I don't stream it, will I really be able to force myself to finish it? Who knows? Oh, here, you know what? I'll throw on some background music for this. And I will draw it... from... Oh, hang on. I gotta put the extended. There we go. That's the thing. It looks really good. It looks really good. I have a feeling, though, that it'll require me to face my own inner demons in a more direct way than I'm usually comfortable. And I'm not sure if I want to do that on stream again. At the same time, I know it's got a turn-based combat system in it, and I'm kind of big on those. There's a reason I've played so much Pokemon and Paper Mario. Of course, my top 2 wishlist items are Silk Song and Kindergarten 3, which I absolutely will stream both of those as soon as I actually get them, which both of them have their release date as to be announced, which is so incredibly painful. Honestly, my Steam wishlist is kind of a never-ending thing. I need to take a look back through it and see where I want to list some of the stuff that I've added more recently. Like, I should probably go ahead and buy Brotato's new DLC because, frankly, I have put a lot of hours into Brotato. Let's see real quick. Oh, it's in the streamed folder. 418 hours into Brotato. I've got the Dark Souls remaster. I've got Until Dawn for PC, which is one that I've wanted to play for years. That one's going to wind up high on the list. And actually, there's a little indie game that I saw on Steam's recommended. Little indie horror game. Called Moving Houses that I added recently to my wish list. Oh, and I never have played Slay the Princess. But I don't know how fast I'm prepared to go through visual novels on stream. It's a lot of talking. So I should probably let y'all know what's coming up, because I have some fun plans. The next game, and I really wanted to put this in between because I wanted something in between this and Resident Evil. The next game we're going to be playing is called My Friendly Neighborhood. And I'm going to move my camera so that I can actually kind of look at chat. while I'm talking to y'all. So, next game I want to play is called My Friendly Neighborhood. It is I would say Resident Evil-like. It's very much the same genre. It's very clearly Resident Evil inspired. Except instead of zombies, you basically have Muppets. So it's gonna be, honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. I saw that one ages ago when Call Me Kevin played it, and I knew that I wanted to play it. I was just kind of holding out for a sale that never came, and so it just came up on sale like 30% off, I think, which I usually try and get a bit better than that, but I held out for that and picked it up a couple of days ago, so that one is going to be our next game, but I have some other options that might carry us a good way into November. My little list here has Alien Isolation, Little Nightmares, I've got Bendy and the Ink Machine, and its 2 sequel games. It's a whole thing. I don't know if I'll try and keep Lakeview Valley. I've had Lakeview Valley as one of my games on here for ages, and I'm not sure if I'll hold off until spooky season for it next time. So, yeah, we'll be picking that up next time. I'm really looking forward to My Friendly Neighborhood, though. It looks like it's really well made. I like the story. It seems to have some classic Resident Evil style puzzles, which means I'm going to be stressed out of my mind. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna do something. I'm going to show y'all the meme that actually made me play this game, and then we'll wrap up. Window capture, web. Hey, there it is. This is apparently a thing. This is how I was introduced to Doki-Doki. Oh, yep, I beat the game. Thank you for the bits, Mr. Bear. Oh, I should move this so that chat can be seen on screen. But yeah, I beat the game. Yeah, this is what got me initially interested in Doki-Doki Literature Club. That single YouTube video. And that's why this is what we're going to go out on. Sorry, Mr. Bear, you did arrive right at the end of stream, but we will be back tomorrow because unless I'm going crazy, today is Monday. Yep. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll pick up with My Friendly Neighborhood, and we'll see where we go from there. Once we finish spooky season games, I will most likely dive into Elden Ring Torch only, because I really want to do that, and I kind of feel like I'm stalling, so yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. I appreciate y'all, and I hope to see you next time. Later, folks. My camera's over here right now. Bye, 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 bye. See y'all later. Hope you have a good one. Thanks for being here. Drifting, Lastborn, Mr. Bear. Thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn. Bye.